The Danish Gambit is a popular chess opening which is played a lot in Blitz and Bullets games because of the aggressiveness, and many players with the black pieces don't know how to deal with it. So I'm gonna show you exactly how you can play against the Danish Gambit and neutralize everything easily. So the Danish Gambit begins with e4 e5, and after d4 you go e takes d4, and the moment he plays c3 you have two defenses. One is with the d5 move, which I will show you later, and there's another one which is the selector defense. Here you will just take this pawn, and after he goes bishop to c4 you play c takes b2, and after he captures with the bishop activating his bishops, now you strike in the center with d5. This is the selector defense, and this is quite great at the top levels. That's why you wouldn't see most of the grandmasters playing this, because it will only lead to a draw. Now you have two options, bishop takes d5 and e takes d5. If he captures with the bishop, then you play knight to f6. Now here if he captures this knight, then you can take, and you have activated your queen, and you will develop very quickly. But what if he plays his natural idea bishop takes f7, sacrificing the bishop? Well, then you will take, and it seems like he have grabbed your queen and he is winning, but actually you have bishop to b4 check, discover attack on the queen. Now here you can block the check with the knight with the bishop, or the best move, which is with the queen. If it blocks with the knight, then you can take his queen, and after he castles, you can just eliminate the knight, and after he takes, you just take, he takes, and as you can see, you have end up with an extra knight. Similarly here, if you place bishop c3, then you take, and after he takes, you again take his queen, and again you end up with an extra bishop. It's the same with knight to c3 as well. You can take his queen, and again you are winning. Therefore, you gotta play the best move, queen to d2, which is also the most common move. Then you just take his queen, and after he takes, you can just develop your pieces, bring the rook in the center, and target this isolated pawn. Now what if here he plays e takes d5, then you play knight f6, putting pressure on this pawn. He goes knight f3, natural move, then you just develop the bishop, and after he castle, you also castle. And now here your main idea is to develop this bishop like this, pinning his knight, and this is the knight rotation you have to remember in order to put pressure on this pawn, and you can bring this bishop back to target this pawn, and you're also up by a pawn. It's just a slight advantage, but black is much better. But if you want to avoid all that mess, well then after d4 he takes, he goes c3, you can just counter strike in the center with d5. First of all, if he goes c takes d4, then you can just take this pawn, and as you can see you have created an isolated pawn, and black is better. Therefore, he will play e takes d5. Well, then you can take. And after he takes with the queen, you can just take, he takes. Now you can just develop, and it's quite equal. And now one move which you might also face here is queen takes d4. Now here you don't have to take like this, otherwise he will take the queen. Instead you have to play knight f6. And now after he takes, now you recapture, and after he takes, you take. Now again, it's quite equal. So now you know how to play against the Danish Gambit. And if you want to learn some more amazing chess openings, then you can check out this playlist. And if you want to learn some chess traps to win easily, then you can check out this right playlist. And if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos, then don't forget to subscribe.